So today I had to take a little time and back up my stock on my vacuum form kits, which they are all still available in the BHP store. But today I got some painting done on the D7. I went ahead and masked everything off. Now I got a little overspray of the top color, which I'm going to go back in after I get the tape off, and I'll go back in and fix the overspray. But there is a darker gray, if you will, and I had to modify the paint, whatever they asked for, is like 20%, 80%, and I will show you all. This got a little bit of purple in it, which when I first did it, it had a lot of purple, which I didn't care for, so I had to modify the paint here, which is Napoleonic Violet, which is very little of that. It needs to be about 10%. Light Ghost Gray, and I added Dark Ghost Gray, and that got it, I think, a perfect color with just a hint of purple in it. Now the lights may show it a little more purpley, if you will, but it's actually a darker gray with just a hint of purple in it. And then once you start getting the decals on, you can see the contrast between the light gray and the dark gray once I get all tape off and everything. But there you have it. I got to fix my little spray, add the chrome parts, and for the chrome parts, what I do, just to make it look toy-like, is I'll put a wash in, which is Mr. Detailer, or however you want to do washes. Do a wash on all the grill work, and then I'll shoot a dull coat on, and it'll make it not toy-like and give it a little no weathering, but a little depth, if you will. So I did get that done today, and I'm waiting for it to dry because I am using Model Master, and Model Master is enamel, so that'll take a little longer to dry, but we're in no hurry. The Enterprise, I did get the base coat on, which is Tamiya J in gray with a little white. Now, it may look a little green on camera here because I do have the lights on, and it's actually a lighter gray, if you will. And once you start getting the decals on in different ways, you know, the light hits it, it just really rocks. And it don't look like white like it is on the, you know, TV set back in the, you know, 60s and everything. But there you have it. And after I paint on J in gray, this stuff dries really flat. So what I do first is I take my Krylon Crystal Clears and just spray it, seal it in. And this thing is basically going to get decals top to bottom. So I use Future. And you can use Future when you in your airbrush straight out of the bottle. Now I'm waiting for the crystal clear to dry, and then we'll spray all this on, and it'll basically be a day or two before I even put a decal on, because I want the Future to really dry, and this will level out the paint. Which brings me to a point here. I share tips and tricks on Facebook and other forums and everything, and I do a video with the phone, which is just a real simple little thing. People ask me how to airbrush and, you know, how easy it is, and I try to show people. So I filled in paint in the airbrush, and I was just going crazy painting the top at 10-15 psi, nothing fancy, and it was Tamiya acrylic. I get a comment, this guy basically eat my ass out, saying I should go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because I'd make the paint even. He is correct, but when you're at 10 psi and with an airbrush, you can control the paint all you want. And I want to argue one other thing is since he was correct on how the way you should paint, go one direction, make the paint even. Explain that to me on a dinosaur. I'm just throwing it out there, but hey. Anyway, after he got done complaining, I went ahead and got it all of it painted, and I'm waiting for that to my crystal clear dry so I can put future on and then start decals. And decals I'm talking about here are the Acreation Decals. Hopefully you all can see it. I don't really want to take it all out. Just a very fine grid line for the top and for the bottom. And if you've never used Acreation Models decals, they are excellent. They're not really thin. The only thing is they're one continuous sheet, and you will have to basically cut them in sections so they'll actually lay down properly. And that's what I'm going to do on this. I'm going to basically cut this up in 4 pieces of a pie and apply them on. So it's going to take a lot of solvent set. And they're actually excellent decals. You can get them directly from Acreation, or you can go to Starship Modeler, Cult TV Man. I think I got a couple sets. Yeah, see, I got the Enterprise B. That's Starcrafts. Got the Galactica panels. So I do endorse the Acreation decals. You should be able to get them his place. You can get them Cult TV Man, Starship Modeler, and probably a few other places that I can't think of the top of my head. But that is my game plan on that. So today I'm going to let the Klingon dry, and then I'll rip the tape off and probably do some touch-ups, and then I can start. I'll shoot him a deal of future on just to get the for the decals, which ain't too many spots. I'm going to do a lot of future on the Enterprise here, and then we can start decaling, because these need to go on first before I put on the registries and everything else, so they'll be good and dry. And then I am going to have a little me time today and see if I can crank out the base kit of that, which I had to go pick me up some balsa foam, so real easy to carve out a master and then do a resin copy of it and make a plug. But that's what I got going on today. The speeder, hopefully, and we'll do some more future on the Enterprise and the D7. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.